Illinois utilities want to charge customers more for delivering natural gas and electricity. Amanda Vinicky is here with a look at what's driving these requests and what it could mean for your bills. Amanda, I guess it means they might go higher.
Yep, Paris, from natural gas to electricity in Chicago, the suburbs, and downstate. If utilities get their way, consumer costs will go up.
What's happening right now is that basically every major gas and electric utility in Illinois is filing for a rate increase at once.
What's behind the increases depends on who you talk to. The companies have their reasons. Consumer advocates like Abe Scar with the Illinois Public Interest Research Group have other theories. At least part of it, though, hinges on changing state regulations. Now, it is important to understand those regulations here. Utilities cannot set their own prices because they're virtual monopolies. They have to make their case to state regulators with the Illinois Commerce Commission. The commission decides how much they can charge.
And how much more are these companies looking to charge?
Well, in each case, we're looking at increases that will eventually lead to double-digit adds on consumer bills.
Nicor, this is the largest gas utility in the state that serves most of northern Illinois outside of Chicago. They're asking for a $321 million increase. That'd be about $12 per month for the average customer, or over $111 per year. And I would note that's on top of, again, 3 rate hikes in just 4 years recently, increasing rates by 77%. That actually would be the biggest rate increase in history. It was when they made it, but it was one-upped by Peoples Gas just days later.
Peoples Gas is requesting a $402 million rate increase, which works out to roughly $12 increase a month or $142 a year. Both companies have their justifications. In the case of Nicor, the company says it realizes the impact any rate increase can have on customers and does not make this request lightly. However, this rate increase is necessary to run our business due to inflation and rising global impacts that continue to affect our operating and maintenance costs. Peoples Gas is focusing on reliability, saying that the filing ensures Chicagoans will continue to have the safe, reliable, environmentally sustainable energy they depend on, especially when temperatures drop to 0 and below, as they did during the recent holiday cold snap. In a statement, Peoples downplays the effect this increase will have on customers, saying that it is not expected to lead to a higher bill for a typical customer. Now, you may wonder, how on earth could that be? Peoples says it is because the price of natural gas itself is forecast to go down. So with its increase on the delivery side of natural gas, bills could stay flat. Now, that is something else that's really important to understand about all of this. We're not talking about the price of gas and electricity itself. Nicor, Peoples, and ComEd charge and then make money by delivering energy. These charges have to do solely with the cost of distribution and infrastructure and pipes and transmission lines. Scar says consumers, though, beware.
This past year, we saw significant increases in the cost both of electricity and of gas. And so consumers have felt that in the bills they're paying. And those may go down in the future years. They go up and down. You know, these are global commodities, and there's a lot that influence their price. What we do know with these proposals is the delivery side of your bill, if the utilities get their way, is going to go up significantly. And so when the price of gas spikes again, as it inevitably will, or the price of electricity spikes, as it may, we're going to be hit harder because you've already increased one side of your bill. And so the increase on your other side of your bill is just going to hit that much harder.
Last but not least, that ComEd request of $1.5 billion spread over 4 years. That would amount to $4.25 more a month annually. So come 2024, consumers would be looking at a $17 a month increase for, again, just the delivery of electricity. The company is also downplaying that, saying that the average residential bill would be less than it has been in other states. ComEd CEO says these proposed investments are necessary to deliver the resilient 24/7 power our customers depend on, prepare the grid for fleets of electric vehicles and electrification, integrate more clean energy and battery storage, and equitably advance a decarbonized energy future. The Citizens Utility Board is skeptical. Its director says making strategically smart, consumer-friendly grid improvements can help save customers money in the long run, but that shouldn't mean ComEd gets an excessive profit rate for shareholders. CUB will do a thorough review, but it's immediately clear that the utility giant wants an excessive profit rate for shareholders. CUB promises to scrutinize and challenge what it says is every penny the company can't justify. Skar says the same, especially, he says, considering that come March, some of ComEd's former top honchos are set to go on trial for their role in a bribery scheme connected to former Illinois House Speaker Michael Madigan. They've all pleaded not guilty, but the corporation itself admitted to the scheme. Skar says included in ComEd's ask is a profit increase of over 10%. He calls it a head scratcher that ComEd's in a position to raise rates higher than before, and in so doing, making an even bigger profit.
It's crazy to me that ComEd is positioned to do so well given their behavior over the last decade.
He says ComEd is poised to make out like bandits. Per recently released court documents, former Speaker Madigan used that very phrase to describe how well his associates were doing after he had allegedly arranged to hook them up with lucrative jobs and contracts at ComEd. Skar says pipes and the electric grid do need to be maintained. He says the question is, are customers getting enough a benefit for the cost? He says People's gas pipe replacement program has been out of control and has not addressed safety risk with pipes. And he says while he does support the energy transition for electrification, he says all of that investment doesn't have to be made now. It's not like everyone will have an electric car within the next few years. Now, rate cases last 11 months, so it will be a while before commissioners make a final decision on what these rates might be.
As memory serves, Amanda, the ICC usually approves these rates, so we'll see how that goes over the next year. Thanks very much.
We'll be certainly watching.